Everybody, Charlie B back in the building. You know how we do this, Bizarroville. We're here where we do we do reactions or we just roast this brother? I don't know, but it's either one or the other. We react or we roast the brother. I don't know. It depends on which day it is. So I have to give him some credit. Okay, now I'm gonna get into it today because I had a lot of people come in that enjoyed me stepping back like I used to when I first started. Like, because we all know when I first started, I was kind of mad at the brother. So I was going hard. And then maybe like, I don't know, 8, 9 videos, I don't know. But I started easing up on the brother and started just making it funny. You feel me? Because I'm like, ain't no reason to be mad at him. I mean, it's a hustle. Yeah, I mean, you gonna get mad at a brother because he hustling? No. I mean, it is what it is. Now, you know Charlie B don't waste your time. So after the last step back, I don't know how y'all gonna take this one. I don't. I really don't, because I've been thinking about shooting this show for a minute and I didn't want to. But since y'all enjoyed it so much, I'm going to show you this, and I don't want you to think you've been clickbaited. Allegedly, no. She says it, right? Now, it's going to be a lot of her talking. I'm just going to warn you now. It's going to be a lot of her talking because I want you to understand that Charlie B's not trying to cut this stuff up to make it seem like I'm trying to, well, how can I put this? Make you think something that it's not. I'm not cutting this up, okay? So I want you to tell me what you think, because allegedly, I think, I'm not going to say she thinks Tim is God, but I think she allegedly thinks he's Jesus' brother. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how else to... So we're going to get into the show. Let's go, man.
Because if you're being led by the Lord, it may not look like a wise decision at first.
If you're being led by the Lord, how is it not a wise decision? How are you going to say, I'm going to change it up? You know what I think it is, Meg? Allegedly. Because you're not listening to the Lord. You're listening to Tim. Let's proceed. We're getting there.
Even though it may not like check all the worldly or cultural boxes. You know, the cultural boxes may say, you know, yeah, you can finance a car, but the Lord may be just saying like, not right now. Because when we got married, you know, a few years later, when we were trying to do ministry in other cities, or when we were doing ministry in other cities and driving long distances, and we needed a reliable vehicle, and the Honda Civic was totaled.
Man, did you wreck that too?
We did finance a van, and we were able to pay that van off, you know, early, because of wisdom. So I'm not saying like lock in, this is a law, you know, to do it this way, but being able to look at a situation and to hear from the Lord.
Now, y'all, this was only a year ago, right? Now, Megan's about to start building up to try to explain to y'all that they're not debt free. Allegedly, this is all a lie. They're not debt free, y'all. They're not debt free. Okay? Now, when I say this, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but you preach all this debt freedom, bruh. But you still owe on stuff and paying payments. Let's go.
About what to do and to take that leap of faith, even though you might not have every single detail, is what I'm trying to communicate to you about how the Lord has led us to live our life and why we are able to even be debt free at this point.
Okay, remember she said how the Lord allows us to live our lives. And remember again, she just said we're debt free. Okay.
And so we were able to live in this trailer in Terry. And it was such a huge blessing because we weren't paying rent. And the amount of money that it took to fix it up was just so minimal. And I'm still blown away by that, how the Lord just calculated every single step for us. And so while we were living at the trailer in Terry, we were able to fix up the house at the ministry base. And it's one thing that I really want to talk to you about.
Now, we about to get into them not being into debt, not them being not debt free a little later on. But right now, please, y'all, pay attention to what she's about to say. Pay attention to what she's about to say, please. And tell me if y'all think she thinks Tim is part of the evidence. Y'all let me know. Because once again, I'm confused.
I had what's called an emergency fund, and I had put $1,000 in this account, and I saved it as an emergency fund. And in my mind, I just forgot about it. You know, I chose to not remember it so that I wouldn't spend it, you know. And I just kind of pushed it back in my mind, emergency fund. So if an emergency comes up, then I can think about it. But if it's not an emergency, then, you know, it doesn't exist. Well, you know, we're trying to restore this house that the Lord wants us to live in and minister in and do this. And I was holding on still to this $1,000 emergency fund because of this idea that I had in my mind that I needed to save it for a quote unquote emergency, right? And Tim, when I finally told Tim about it, he was like, "What? You have $1,000? We've been spending everything we had. What are you doing?" The Lord said, "Use it."
Y'all let me know right now. And is Charlie B being petty? Because what I heard from her was, I told Tim I had $1,000. He said, "What? You got $1,000? Girl, the Lord said use that." Yes or no? Does that sound like Tim? Use it. Use it. Does that sound like Tim to y'all? Okay, now this is where I'm going with this, right? She's about to explain to y'all every time, not every time, but when she's doing stuff and doing work and stuff, and the Lord comes to her, he tells her to use it. Y'all tell me what y'all think, because to me, allegedly, that just sounds like Tim telling her, "Give me that grant." Let's go, man.
And y'all, those words still resound in my mind to this day when I want to hold something back from the Lord, from, you know how it is, you know that spirit where you want to be safe and hold back and not give everything, you want a safety net that's not, what God wants for you. You want that extra security in your mind.
Now, does that sound like she's talking to God, or does that sound like back in the day when real women used to tell their kids, "Look, girl, you take you a little bit of money, you put it up, okay? Don't be broke. That man can leave you whenever you want. You put a little bit back. You save you some up. Don't let that man do you like." Is that sound allegedly like that? That sounded like a conversation an older lady would have with her granddaughter or something like, "Don't let that man get over on you." She's talking about God though. This sounds like she's like, "Yeah, sometimes you want to put something up, but God don't want you to put it up." God don't want you to save no money? Who is she talking about?
Trying to depend on something other than God. And, every time that thought comes up to hold something back in that way, the Lord's like, use it, use it, use it. And It's so funny because he'll speak to me through the smallest detail. I'll be cooking dinner and thinking about maybe the next meal for breakfast or what, and he'll say, use it. Use it, cook it right now. And, I have to follow those little promptings.
So you be at the stove cooking and God tells you, use it. Use it right now. Does that sound like God would be so demanding on Megan after we all know what she done been through? Let's just be honest, y'all. Now, is that Tim saying that allegedly? And what's this prompting thing? Y'all let me know if y'all talk to God like that. Because to me, I just pray and I see how things turn out. And most of the time I be like, I don't know how that happened. But y'all tell me.
Sometimes I am wise and I use a meal and kind of stretch it to the next meal. But when the Lord says use it, I want to be in position to use it where He says use it, and use it right away and not have this safety net that's outside of Him.
No jokey joke. Meg, you really want us to believe that God goes in on you that deep about cooking? Come on, man. Come on. You really want us to believe that God be in your head so tough about you cooking out, do this, do that. Allegedly, that is Tim. That is your husband because you have no outlet. Let's get it, let's go. And this is all alleged because I don't even know my name. Allegedly, am I Charlie B?
And so that really, seeing the trailer be restored through wisdom and faith, even when I wasn't walking by faith in those ways yet. And I still am learning.
So on this show, I done gave Tim credit about 5 times, right? Yeah. Megan, it's your turn. Now, I've explained this before on here, and it irritates me. I have to keep going back because you should know your worth. Now, Megan, ever since you was a kid, you've been in Bible study, you've been to church, you know the book. You know it. Let's just be honest, Megan. On a scale of 1 to 10, perfect woman. Perfect woman. You got in your Bible early. You saved yourself for your husband. What else you need to learn? I know what you need to learn. That allegedly that man is mistreating you. That's what you need to learn. How can you tell me that you were raised all them years, 30-something years before you met Tim, and your life, it seemed like you was about to have the most amazing life on the planet, being a single black woman, but nobody wants to be single, everybody needs somebody. I understand that, but my whole thing is this. Allegedly, you picked the wrong one. I don't know what you was thinking, but to have a man come out of prison and tell you basically, allegedly, all that schooling and stuff, throw that out the window, you gonna slap these hogs. And then you want to come on here and say, I'm still learning and it's a struggle. Yes, it's gonna be a struggle. You know why? Because you're worth more than that. No jokey joke. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do the next segment. I might have some jokey jokes, but that's serious. Let's go, man.
But seeing that really impacted me. And hearing the Lord say, use it, really impacted me. And still is something that is growing inside of me. And, those are some areas that I'm challenged in. But
we ought to realize Tim's the one that said use it. So, who's she talking about here? And why is it such a struggle? She's been talking about it's been a struggle for 4 years. Her and God haven't got it together yet. Come on, man. Because she knows her book, and allegedly, she knows she's being false taught.
The Lord giving me those real testimonies and real miracles helps me to grow and is still helping me to grow. And the Lord uses these walk and talks to speak just as much to me. So when I come to you talking about different things, my life is not because I have it all figured out. It's because I'm just sharing with you what the Lord is teaching me in ways that He is challenging me.
Okay, let me get this right. She's been in the church all them years, but now since she's been with Tim, she is struggling and has to change everything she's ever learned. They only been married for 10 years, going on 11, or maybe 11 now, but her whole 30-something years before that, you got to throw out the window because you married me, and we don't do church, and we don't do none of that, and you need to stay here on this farm and not associate with nobody except for what Brother Tim say, right? Let's go, man.
So on our debt-free journey, not everything is perfect where it's like, here's our financial advice. It's like, no, we're lights and we're pointing to Jesus, and here's our testimony, and here's what He is teaching us and the ways that we have learned. But
this is 1 year ago. Now, they just shot a show talking about, yeah, we might put that in another podcast. We're going to tell y'all what LLCs and all this different stuff is. And maybe, he jumping from one thing to the other. Now we about to get into they're not debt free.
Because, Emma, we were able to buy Emma debt free. But, there's some things that we still have debt on, like the tractor and the side by side. But we have a plan.
So let me get this right now. Debt free is you could pay off your home, but everything else I got around here, I got notes on. This is a year ago, y'all. This is a year ago. Okay? Now, what happened to when Tim was thinner, like a couple years ago? Tell me, yeah, I was able to have my wife retire. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm the man. You know me. Right? Megan was still working here. Allegedly. Have to say that. This was a year ago. She was still working. But a couple years ago, he said he had his wife able to retire and everything, and it was amazing and all this, right? Okay. Now, if that's the case, did Megan retire for like 6 months and he told her, baby, you can hit it? Because all this ain't adding up, bro. You shoot so much, it's not adding up, bro. And everybody that really watches you can see what's going on here. And they can see Megan in on it, allegedly. So let's just keep it rolling on y'all debt free, but y'all on the tractor, the side by side.
To pay those things off. And the goal is to be, debt free so that the Lord can use what we have to increase and grow and share with others. And debt is not something that we want to be bound by. But if there is an impasse, and we can use credit, and the Lord directs us to use credit to find a way forward. Like with the tractor, a lot of times the debt that we've gone into has been so that we can serve and do ministry.
Hold on. I'm dropping stuff. Hold on, I'm looking for something. It ain't in there. I'm looking for y'all's debt. On the ministry. Y'all been on here and ain't did nothing for years. But you sit up here and talk about allegedly you got debt on all these tractors and everything. Okay, if you got debt on all these side-by-sides and all this other stuff, and you say most of your debt is for ministry, I can't find it. I'm still looking. In the comments, y'all tell me where it is.
And I know that seems weird.
Yes, it does seem weird. I'm still rolling through a laugh. Proceed.
But if there was, maybe there was you know.
Yeah, we know you getting tongue-tied like Tim, but you trying to figure it out allegedly. Let go, man. Whatever.
We don't want to allow anything to stop us from doing what the Lord has called us to do, like for real. And, you know, if it's $1,000 emergency fund, you know, that we need to use, but that's not typical, we're going to use it. That's not what they say you can use the emergency fund on. It doesn't matter. We're going to use it, you know. And so that's what I'm trying to say, is that, you know, there have been times where we use credit to move forward because we don't want to allow anything to stop us from doing what the Lord has called us to do. And there's always a plan when we do that to pay the debt off. And every single time the Lord has been faithful, and we've been able to pay that debt off early, far before when the payments, you know, usually a year or a couple of years before the payments were due, you know.
That's all I got for tonight, man. Y'all let me know what you think. Is it they're debt free or no? Okay. Do you believe, like she just said, if you buy a car and you pay it off, because usually cars now, if what, 7 years, I think it is now, if you paying payments. She said she paying it off in 2 years before. Okay, y'all let me know if you can be debt free and you're still paying on a car for 5 years. Let me know if you can still be debt free and you're paying a tractor off a year before you're supposed to. No. Okay. Now this is all alleged. I don't know nothing. Now, I want y'all in the comments to really let me know. Am I too petty and I'm going too far as she talks about Tim like he's a portion or the second son of God, like it's Jesus' little brother or something? Like, y'all let me know. Because we clearly, allegedly, already solved that Tim was the one like, what? You got $1,000? The Lord said use it. And now in her mind, allegedly, I hear use it. Those words mean so much to me. And the video that this is on from a year ago is basically like, it's called something like, I don't know what it's called. I just know what she was wearing. I keep telling y'all that. I can look at a video and be like, that's it. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it's called something like, when I heard these words, it did something to her or something, allegedly. You feel me? I'm going to go back and I'm going to get it. If y'all want to know in the comments exactly what video it is, let me know. I'll tell you. I promise you. All right? So now, Charlie B about to get out of here. I still got some work to do, y'all. Yeah, I got to go to work tonight. So, my mom doing real good. I got busted. My dude called me. B, what's going on, man? Nothing. Chilling. You ready to get back to work, man? You ready to get ready? Man, my mom's going to the thing. Bro, I seen on your video, man. Mom's going to the play. You good, bro? What we doing? I did work tomorrow. And that was today. So, I got some stuff I need to catch up on. You know what I'm saying? My son be here in a minute. But Charlie B about to get out of here, man. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Miss T is doing real good, man. Like, I haven't got a happy birthday yet, and I'm still mad about that one. I'm still mad about it. Cause that Instapot that she been wanting. Oh yeah. Cause like I say, I love my mama so much. On my birthday, we both get presents. She buy me stuff, and I buy her something. She been wanting the huge Instapot thing. She can't even use it. Don't even know she got it yet, right? And hadn't even told me happy birthday. And I don't even care about the Instapot. My whole thing is, I'm just glad she's getting back to normal. I'm gonna film a little bit probably on Miss T because y'all been rocking with me and y'all deserve it. When she get where she need to be, I'm gonna probably do a little something because she's a lot better. And I really want y'all to hear the difference from the video that I shot before in her voice to how she sounds now. Because now she sounds like my mama. You feel me? And I really don't care what nobody say. There's a lot of people that come in here and want to be like, oh, Charlie B, it's not the peanut game. It's not this, it's not that. It's all God. It is all God. But like I said before, I feel like just the force of all the prayers really helped me, man. And I'm never going to let y'all down. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what happens. I'll get the lottery tomorrow. I'll still be on here roasting Brother Tim until he can't take it. Okay? Because of what y'all did for me and my mama. And Peanut Game Grit Down is not over. No, it's not over. I just been dealing with a lot of things and I ain't had time. You feel what I'm saying? But we gonna get to it because I'm gonna have a lot of time now. My mama about to come home. All she wants to do is go to her house. You feel me? She said, I can't do no 2 weeks. I said, they said, you only gotta do 1 week at the place where you going. You be good. You can go home. She said, when I go home, who gonna be there with me? I don't want nobody just in my house. So, we trying to work all that out. We figuring that out right now. So, but I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Y'all's prayers really worked, man. No sepsis, no pneumonia, no flu, no nothing. She good. Thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. And it's the Peanut Game. And I know there's some people in here that watch me and y'all don't subscribe or stuff like that because I don't ask for it. And most time, everybody be coming to my comments like, Charlie B, you gotta tell them to subscribe or they gonna forget. And I'm like, if I'm doing my job, it should be good enough where you gonna hit the button. So I don't do that. So my whole point is this. I know there's some people that don't hit the subscribe button that's to heard my story. And even if you like me or not, you pray for my moms. So thank you too. Thank you. Because she's doing, in my mind, great. I appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Charlie B out. Hope y'all have a good night and a good weekend. But you know Charlie B, when I say a good weekend, don't mean I'll see y'all on Monday. I'm out. Y'all be easy.